Now let's head to South Australia, where an occupational therapist is using nature to improve her clients' health and well-being.
Why do people feel better in nature? Being in nature does things like reduce our blood pressure, reduce cortisol, which is a stress hormone. It improves mood, particularly around depression and anxiety. And it also produces all these really positive outcomes in terms of increased concentration. So it's kind of like nature is the optimal environment for people to function in. For a lot of people, myself included, taking photos is another way to connect with nature. Just don't have a phone conversation. Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, is defined as immersing oneself in nature by mindfully using all 5 senses. It was developed deliberately by the Japanese government to address the cultural practice of overwork and people working themselves to death. I'm Bronwyn Paynter. I'm an occupational therapist. I've worked as an occupational therapist for over 25 years, and I have returned to nature, I guess, as a therapeutic intervention, and I'm incorporating using nature as a wellbeing practice for people to improve their health and wellbeing. When I was 28, I experienced breast cancer. At one point, I was having treatment at the Royal Adelaide Hospital and having to go every day for a 6-week period. The hospital's next door to the Botanic Gardens, and so I found that it was a much nicer place to be in the gardens for after treatment and just be able to connect with the nature there, wander around, you know, feel the trees, lie on the grass, look at the clouds, and just bring some peace into my life. Choose a leaf and carry it with you, and we'll just do something with that in the river. There's a couple of things that I invite you to do here. If the leaf could hold for you something that's on your mind, something that's worrying you, something that's not serving you, and you might like to choose to release that to the river and let the river hold that for you and take that away.
I got quite mesmerised by watching the tadpoles. That was just really beautiful to connect and have establish, you know, relationship with this new water I haven't met before. Or maybe I have.
You know, it's kind of like life, just drifting along, and then some whirlpool will happen, and then, you know, often it will pass and the calm will return. So, yeah, I just think water's really amazing how it can do that. It can have so much energy in it, and then it can just be so still.
Interesting analogy with life, how it may just seem like murky, but it's actually really, you know, moving along, and yeah, beautiful.
As we go up the slope, I invite you to notice what's different. This is area that's grown back after the bushfire, so we want to move up there with purpose, but it's not a race. Well done. And I will pour us each a tea. Thank you for being here. The tea ceremony at the end of the forest bathing event is about bringing people back together to into the here and now before they head off back to their ordinary lives, and we release them from this nature. If there's anything that you would like to say to make your experience today complete for you.
Sort of the end of a bit of a 3-month, you know, journey for me. It's been quite emotional, letting go of a number of things in my life. completing some grief with, my husband passing over a year ago. And yeah, so it's really beautiful to just see it in nature all around us, and that life just keeps on going.
So I'm just so grateful to have reconnected with nature in this beautiful place. It's helped me enormously manage my own stress and busy life, and now I'm so grateful to be able to share this with other people and bring forest bathing to people as a wellbeing practice.